back. Again, it's back off with the air filter. I think this is going to be the best way to refit those rubbers into the carbs. So it's literally only 4 screws. I think that way I'm going to be able to put my hand through and push them rubbers properly onto the carbs. Make sure they're nicely tightly sealed. Thank you if you're watching, because people watching it is appreciated. I've worked hard on my little channel for the last few months. Say hi. And where are you? Can't even talk to you so far down. Worked hard on my little channel for the last few months, and got quite a few on my record player video. So I was very pleased with that. So spurred on by madness. Let's get on with that bike today. The sun is shining. So hopefully be able to get out there soon and go for a little bit of a blast on my new baby. Anyone else out there with a GSX750F, give me a shout, or give me a shout out in the comments. Let me know what bike you've got. Doesn't matter whether it's not a GSX. Just give me a shout out. Let me know what bike you've got. What are you working on? What are your projects? Right, let's get these out. So, Airbox out. Remembering, and I only realised that they were longer when I took it apart. So, we've got the 2 shorter ones are going to go on the inside. On the inside ones. By inside I mean this here. And they are oval and not round, so make sure you get them around the right way. Also, to show you there is like locating lugs. Would that be a word? A locating lug. So that little plastic bit there, that little rubber bit, is going to go on the good old locating lug. Oh, cat. Cat. Okay, and you've got to get the plastic here. Plastic here needs to go in this rim here. So in there. So it makes a nice tight seal. Well, that's easier said than done, isn't it? Debating whether to use a screwdriver or not to push it down, but I think if I do that, then I might slip and tear the rubber. Oh, that's it. So it's quite flexible still. It's not gone too hard. Literally, it's a case of forcing it in. Locating lug. Right, that's the first one in. First one's in. I'm going to do that 4 times over. There we are. Okay, so Airbox. I have put a bit of 3-in-1 just on there. I have put a bit of 3-in-1 just on there to hopefully that they'll slide on easier. I haven't soaked it, but just a bit. There's a problem in there. I need to get that. Right, okay, that's going to have to go on. It's going to have to go on. You're not going to get that through there. So, you have to put this back on. That's a bit of a bummer. My plan has gone to pot. Right, that's on. No way I'm going to be able to get my arm through there and push more. So hopefully we can do it. If not, try again. That was the master plan. The master plan's failed at the first attempt. But in fairness, it did help me to take the air filter out to get the rubbers seated properly into the box. Just now I've got to get it onto the carbs. So it was beneficial in a way. It was beneficial. Oh, that was the screwdriver. Okay, airbox. How easy is this for you to get on, or not? Let's push them in. I'm going to need the use. Oh, number 2 seems to be a bit wedged. A cat crunching in the background. I think I need a screwdriver just to push those 2 middle ones back a bit. So bear with me. Push the rubber back a bit so it's at the bottom of the carbs. Wow, these are difficult. Well, maybe push the box in a bit. Right, that's the. I did find it useful just to use a flat blade screwdriver to push the rubbers down on the middle 2, so they were just below the opening of the carburetor. Hopefully I'm going to be able to push this on now. They're lined up anyway. Might have to ease off some of the screws. I think we're going to go for trying to get one on at a time. Open these right up. Must be a knack to this, so if anyone knows the knack to getting these on, then let me know. I'll loosen the screws right off. Okay, I'm still here wrestling with the airbox. I can't seem to get them to sit down very well, but when I took it apart, there was no bolt holding this airbox on here, and it appears that the airbox sits up higher, more at an angle. But then I've noticed if I take these bolts off here and here, then I'll be able to have that air filter out. And with the air filter out, I should be able to get the rubbers to sit better on the carb. So I'm going to take in these 4 bolts out. hopefully once I've got these four out, I can take the screws out of the air filter that's in the airbox and put my hand through it, which was the initial plan. So we're going back to plan A. Try again. It never looked like it was seated very well with those rubbers to the carbs anyway, but maybe that was one of the problems. Hey, every time you find a problem, every time you solve a problem, you learn a bit more. Okay, so take these out. These bolts out. Nothing goes right first time, not for me anyway. That one out. Do some washers under these at the same time. That one out. Right, let's take that off. That comes off. That's handy. That's come off. Right, we're going to go for taking the air filter out again. Just the 4 screws. They've been in and out enough. Then I'm going to be able to get my hand inside there, which was plan A. Plan A didn't work. Went to plan B. Plan B didn't work, so I went back to plan A. Right, this is revised plan A. Does that make it a plan C? Or just a revised plan A1. Okay, I'm going to be deserving of a cup of coffee in a minute, I think. 2. Now I'm going to be able to get my hand in the airbox. Get that filter out. Filter out again. Screwdriver at the ready. Hand in. Let's see if I'm going to seat properly this time. I'm wondering whether to put them 4 rubbers on to the carbs and then push them through the airbox. I'm going to have a think.